Hello, I'm so excited to be here with you today. The first 8 classes that I'm going to be sending your way are Hatha yoga classes. They are on the intermediate side. These were required for my certification, and so I'm like, let me just film these and send them to you guys, and then I'll of course create more restorative, slower yoga classes. These Hatha yoga classes you can do anytime, literally. You can do them every day if you'd like. I will go through some modifiers. If you need additional modifiers that maybe I didn't go through, send me a message and I'll definitely talk through with you what to do. So this Hatha yoga class is going to be a hip opening class, and I am going to follow my voice and just show you the moves here as I'm learning. I didn't want to just memorize everything and miss something, and so I am doing a voiceover. So let's get started, and go ahead and stand on your mat this way. Great. Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Kristen and I am a trainer and nutritionist bringing yoga to you to enhance flexibility and quality of life. You will need 2 blocks for this class. If you don't have blocks, you can use a stack of books, a firm cushion, or folded blankets. This is a Hatha yoga class, and if at any time during the class you feel you need to rest, simply sit or lie down in a comfortable position, maybe even child's pose, until you are ready to come back and join us. This is a safe space to listen to your body and do what feels most comfortable for you. So go ahead and softly close your eyes and begin to notice your breath. As you recognize your pattern of breathing, go ahead and start to slow it down. Perhaps inhaling for a count of 3, holding at the top for a count of 3, and exhaling for a count of 3. Now begin standing on your mat. Bring your feet together and allow your big toes to touch. If you are new to yoga or working on balance, you can separate your feet out a little farther away, up to hip distance apart. Ground down through all 4 corners of your feet, while spreading the toes to distribute weight evenly in your feet. And feel the natural lift in the arches of your feet. Draw your shoulders down to the back of your spine, away from your ears, and allow them to soften. Engage your thighs and lift your kneecaps slightly up towards the quads. Lift up through the crown of your head, lengthening your spine. And gently pull your belly into your spine to engage your core muscles. Keep your arms by your sides with your palms facing forward. And keep your gaze soft and focused in front of you, or enjoy closing your eyes if that feels best. Take a few deep inhales and long exhales here. And on your next inhale, raise your arms up over your head. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and stretch over to the left as you exhale, lengthening through your ribs. Inhale, hands back up to center. Exhale, grab your left wrist with your right hand and stretch to the right, lifting your torso to the sky. Inhale, hands center. Exhale, interlace your fingers, palms towards the ceiling. Inhale, stretch your body up. If you have wrist issues, simply reach up to the sky and open your chest and heart. And take 3 more deep inhales here as you elongate your body to the heavens. Inhale, bring your arms out wide and then bring them to your chest and allow your left arm to wrap underneath your right, squeezing your arms together and bring your palms to touch if you can. Elongate your fingers to the sky. And now open your chest. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, lengthening up through your arms. Release your arms wide, and now wrap your right arm underneath your left. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and lengthen up through your spine. Release your arms wide. Now bring your palms together at your chest for prayer pose, and then down to Tadasana. Inhale, relax your mind. Exhale, bring your right arm up over your head and place your palm near your mid-back. Exhale, bring your left arm down and around your back and up to meet your right hand. Touch your fingers together and give a slight pull if you can. If you can't touch your hands together, you can use a strap or a band to help. Otherwise, reach as close as you can. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, really feel that stretch. Inhale, switch arms. Good. Take another breath in, lifting your chest towards the ceiling. And sink into that stretch even deeper during every exhale. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, bring your palms together at your chest for prayer pose and down to Tadasana, mountain pose. Good. Take a deep inhale as you root down through your feet, lengthening up through your spine. Inhale, both arms wide, and as they meet at the top, exhale, grab your right wrist and lengthen to the left, releasing the tension from your body. Inhale, hand center. Exhale, grab your left wrist and stretch to the right. Inhale, hand center. Exhale, forward fold from the waist, keeping your torso and spine long as you fold down. Feel free to use your blocks for assistance here if it's more comfortable. Inhale, halfway lift. Align your hips over your ankles, keeping your gaze soft as you gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Knees remain softly bent and root down through all four corners of your feet. Inhale, bring arms wide, lengthening them above your head. Exhale, grab your right wrist and elongate to the left. Inhale, hand center. Exhale, holding your left wrist. Expand your left ribs as you elongate to the right. Inhale, hand center. Bring your palms down to your chest for prayer pose and all the way down to Tadasana. Exhale, draw your shoulders down to your spine and bring your chin parallel to the ground. Inhale, both arms wide as they meet at the top. Exhale, grab your right wrist and lengthen to the left, releasing that tension from your body. Inhale, hand center. Exhale, grab your left wrist and stretch to the right. Inhale, hand center. Exhale, forward fold from the hips, keeping your torso and spine long as you fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Soft bend in your knees. Inhale, bring arms wide, lengthening them above your head. Exhale, grab your right wrist, stretching to the left. Inhale, hand center. Exhale, grabbing your left wrist, expanding to the right. Inhale, hand center. Bring your palms together at your chest for prayer pose and down into Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, draw your shoulders down, lifting up through the top of your crown. Inhale, both arms wide as they meet at the top. Exhale, grab your right wrist and stretch even deeper to the left. Inhale, hand center. Exhale, grab your left wrist and stretch to the right, creating as much space in your left ribs as possible. Inhale, hand center. Exhale, forward fold from your hips, keeping your torso and spine long as you fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Keeping your hips over your ankles and your gaze soft. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring arms wide, lengthening them above your head. Exhale, grab your right wrist, stretching to the left even deeper. Inhale, hand center. Exhale, holding your left wrist, expanding your ribs as you stretch to the right. Inhale, palms center for prayer pose and down into Tadasana. Good. Bring your fingertips to touch at your chest. Step or hop your feet wide and stretch out your arms. Exhale, turn your right foot forward and keep your left foot parallel to the back of the mat. Take a big breath in as you open your chest and bend your front knee to stack it over your ankle. Exhale, warrior two. Turn your gaze over your front fingertips if that feels good for you. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Keep your core stable and engaged. Breathe in, straighten your front leg, turn your right foot in, and turn your left foot out. Breathe in, lift your chest, and now bend your left knee over your left heel. Warrior two. Keep your hips open to the side and even, and draw a long line of energy through your fingertips as you turn your gaze to your left fingertips. Lengthen your rib cage. Ground down through the outer edges of your back foot. Straighten your left leg. Inhale, turn your left toes in. Let your fingertips touch at your chest. Exhale, jump or step your feet back to Tadasana. Good. Inhale, bring your fingertips back to touch. Exhale, step or hop your feet wide and stretch out your arms. Exhale, turn your right foot forward and keep your left foot parallel to the back of the mat. Take a big breath in as you open your chest. Bend your front knee and stack it over your ankle. Exhale, warrior two. Turn your gaze over your front fingertips. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Keep your core engaged. Inhale, strengthen your front leg. Exhale, bring your right hand to the outside of your ankle and use your block if it feels more comfortable. Triangle pose. Turn your gaze to your upper thumb if that feels good for you. Extend your top arm up over your bottom arm. Keep your neck, thighs, and arms in line. Inhale, come up to stand. Turn your right foot in, your left foot out, and lift your chest. Exhale, bend your left knee over your left heel, warrior two. Keep your hips open to the side and even, and draw a long line of energy through your fingertips and turn your gaze toward your left fingertips. Lengthen your rib cage and ground down through the outer edges of your back foot. Inhale, come to stand as you open your chest. Exhale, bring your left hand to the outside of your ankle or onto your block. Inhale, lengthen through your ribs and stack your shoulders. Exhale, gaze through your fingertips for triangle pose. Keep your core engaged. Lift through the arches of your feet. Inhale, come to stand. Turn your left toes in. Let your fingertips touch at your chest as you jump or step back to Tadasana. Inhale, fingertips to touch. Step or hop your feet wide and stretch out your arms. Exhale, turn your right foot forward and keep your left foot parallel to the back of the mat. Take a big breath in as you open your chest. Bend your front knee and stack it over your ankle. Exhale, warrior two. Turn your gaze over your front fingertips. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Keeping your core activated and engaged. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, extend your right hand to the outside of your ankle, using your block if it feels more comfortable. Triangle pose. Turn your gaze to your upper thumb if it feels good for you. Extend your top arm up over your bottom arm. And keep your neck, thighs, and arms in line. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Breathe in and reach forward as you begin to tilt towards your front leg. Bend your bottom arm to rest on your thigh. And reach your arm up in front of you and place your gaze towards the sky. If it feels more comfortable, you can bring that extended arm to the ceiling rather than up and over. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten your leg to come back to stand. Point your right foot forward, your left foot towards the back of the mat. Lift your chest. Exhale, bend your left knee over your left heel, warrior two. Keep your hips open to the side and even, and draw a long line of energy through your fingertips and turn your gaze through your left fingertips. Lengthen your rib cage by extending your crown to the sky. Inhale, come to stand and open your chest. Exhale, bring your left hand to the outside of your ankle or onto your block. Inhale, lengthening through your ribs to stack your shoulders. Exhale, gaze through your fingertips for triangle pose. Keep your core actively engaged and lift up through the arches of your feet. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Take a deep breath in, reach forward as you begin to tilt towards that front leg. Bend your bottom arm to rest on your thigh and reach your arm up and over with your gaze looking softly towards the sky. Engage your core muscles and align your knee over your front ankle or slightly behind it. Inhale, come to stand. Turn your left toes in. Let your fingertips touch at your chest and jump or step your feet back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, draw your shoulders away from your ears and stand tall. Ground down through all four corners of your feet and engage your leg muscles. Turn your quads on. Find a point in front of you to gaze at and help you keep your balance. Keep your breath steady. Engage your abs and lift your right foot off of the ground, bringing the sole of your foot to your left ankle, shin, or upper thigh. You can use your hand for assistance as needed. Make sure to keep your foot off of your knee. We don't want to put pressure there. Bring your hands together at your chest in a prayer position. And if you're ready, you can bring your arms up overhead, keeping your palms together. Or if you have tight shoulders, you can open up your arms and spread them as wide as needed. Lengthen upward as you breathe in. Keep your head, neck, torso, hips, and legs in one long line and ground down through your standing leg. When you're ready, bring your hands back down to prayer pose and release your foot to the floor. Tadasana. Inhale, engage your abs and lift your left foot so your sole is on your right ankle, shin, or upper thigh. Keeping your hips even. Hands come wide and into a prayer pose. Inhale, reach towards the sky if it feels comfortable for you. Palms together or hands apart if you have tight shoulders, whichever feels best for you. Keep your mind clear and focus on your breathing. Externally rotate your knee open. Keep your breath steady. When you're ready, bring your hands down to prayer pose and release your foot to the floor. Tadasana. Inhale, root down through your feet. Engage your core muscles. Exhale, fold at your hips with a neutral spine. Exhale, round your upper back and reach the top of your head towards the mat. Keep a micro bend in your knees and release your palms to the mat or onto the blocks if it feels more comfortable for you. Engage your quad muscles to relax your hamstrings if they feel tight. Inhale, bring your fingertips about 8 to 12 inches in front of your feet. Gaze forward and begin to shift your weight onto your right leg. Begin to lift your left leg up backwards to the sky and behind you, bringing it parallel to the mat or higher, depending on your flexibility. Keep a soft bend in your standing knee to avoid locking it. And lift your left arm up towards the sky as you keep your shoulders stacked over each other. Keep your top hip stacked over the bottom hip and open your torso up to the left side of your mat. To advance the pose, bring your gaze up toward your fingertips. And if this is too much, keep your gaze softly towards the ground about 2 to 3 feet away from your toes. Release your hand and foot back down towards the mat, coming back into a standing forward fold. Inhale with your fingertips 8 to 12 inches away from your feet. Gaze forward and begin to shift your weight into your left leg. Lift your right leg back towards the sky, bringing it parallel to the mat. Lift your right arm up towards the sky as you keep your shoulders stacked on top of each other. Your top hip is stacked over the bottom hip. And open your torso up to the right side of your mat. If it feels good for you, bring your gaze up towards your fingers. Or if it feels more comfortable, relax your gaze down. Release your hand and foot back down towards the mat, coming back into standing forward fold. Bend your knees and come back to stand. Very good. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, come down into a seated position with both feet out in front of you. Take your left heel towards your right hip with a bend in your knee. You can also extend your leg outward if it feels better for you. So now take your right foot and cross it over your left thigh. and keep your foot down on the floor. Reach both arms up overhead, twist to the right, and hook your left elbow outside of your right thigh with your fingertips lengthened. Breathe in to lengthen and breathe out to twist deeper as you look over your right shoulder. Come back to center. Uncross your legs and take both feet out in front of you. Take your right heel towards your left hip with a bend in your knee, or simply keep it straight out in front of you. Take your left foot, cross it over your right thigh, and keep your left foot down on the floor. Reach your arms up and twist to your left. Hook your right elbow outside of your left knee and bring your left fingertips behind you, lengthening them to the sky. Get taller as you breathe in and twist more deeply through your core as you breathe out. Look over your left shoulder. Unwind and come back to center. Uncross your legs. Inhale, come to a lying position on your back. Bring your feet hip distance apart with your knees stacked over your ankle, so you're bringing your heels towards your sit bones. Engage your abs and lift your hips to the sky like a hip thrust. Keep your neck elongated with your chin slightly tucked in towards your chest. And stay here for several breaths. You can grab your ankles if that feels best for you, or simply have your hands on the mat. Now slowly release your hips back down to the mat when you're ready. Keep your shoulder blades broadened across your back and press your feet into the mat. When you're ready, lengthen your legs down. So you are lying comfortably on your back for Savasana. This is the pose that we'll end in. For the next 3 to 5 minutes, take advantage of this time, taking several deep inhales and exhales. Visualize operating as your highest self. This could be choosing healthy foods throughout the day, getting in plenty of water without complaining about the bathroom use. Relaxing and releasing any tension in your eyes and your body. Just allowing yourself to completely relax here for the next several minutes. I'm going to end this class. You can stay here for as long as you'd like.